Okay, so this is an introduction for week 3. It's been quite an interesting week since the last video. We have been to Ajaccio, where we saw a boat dismast on the way out, and we have been to a small, just a little inlet I suppose, where we saw seaplanes getting very, very close to us, and at one point I thought they were just showing off and getting, trying to scare us, but we caught quite a lot of it on video. So let me know what you think, and we'll see what happens. Okay, Sunday morning, set off at around about 8 o'clock, set off into what was something totally not forecast. We were expecting 15-16 knots, well that's got a true wind of 20 knots. So came around the corner and hit me 25 knots apparent. Put 2 reefs in the main, and we have furled the Genoa to the horse's ears. So Luke's still in bed. I don't know how, because this boat is rocking. I'll show you the sails. So like I said, we've just gone to the horse's ears on the Genoa. And 2 reefs in the main. Probably could have got away with 1, but as you can see we're already showing 23, 24 knots of apparent wind, so we're probably right with 2 I would think, just in case it picks up again with the gusts. We're still doing 6.5 knot speed. We're not in a rush particularly, so we're heading a bit off course initially just while we get settled down. And then we're going to turn and head down the island of Corsica to Sardinia eventually, but tonight we'll be staying in Ajaccio. Well, this week we'll probably be staying in Ajaccio, to be fair. I've got to watch the football, of course, tomorrow night. So things seem to have settled down now. We've got a bit more control. A little bit of a panic earlier on, just trying to get everything in order. Wasn't expected. Forecast was totally off. But there you go, that's sailing. Watch the horizon, that'll give you an idea of how much we're moving. It's not too bad, to be fair, just we're heading literally right up the waves. Luke stayed in bed too long, not feeling so good now. So 6 knots into the wind, not bad at all. Still got 2 reefs in. Apparent wind still picking up over 23, 24 occasionally. We're going to tack in a minute. Start to head down the coastline. We're just about to see our route there. Okay, so we've tacked back in towards Corsica and the wind has really picked up. We've now got an apparent wind speed of, well, look, goes up about 20. True wind, and 26, 27, we've had 28 apparent, but on the plus side it is coming round and taking us further south down the island. Have a look at our track. We're actually curving round and it's saving us tacking out at the moment anyway, so looking good. Luke's recovered, feeling a bit groggy. So quick catch up, it's now 2:30 on the Saturday. The wind has dropped. We've now only got 7.5 knots of wind, so apparent wind of 11.5. It's actually quite a nice sail now. We're heading more or less dead south, making good progress down the Isle of Corsica. And if I just show you where we are, we've now got a full mainsail, full Genoa, and the sun is shining. How about that for a backdrop? Beautiful.
So we've had a lovely sail down the west coast of Corsica today from Calvi Bay, and we're on our way to Ajaccio. We've noticed these little, they're called fortified structures on the map, And all the way along the coast, there's one there. We've passed 2 or 3 all the way down from that side. I don't know if you can see that one right on the top of that sort of peaky bit. And then there's another one on top of that mound as well. I think there might have been some sort of signal towers in the past.
Okay, so it's 5:45. Just coming to our first anchorage for the night. We haven't quite made it to Ajaccio where we wanted to be, so we're going to stop a bit earlier. We were hoping to anchor somewhere in here, but if you actually look at the seagrass map, we're not allowed to anchor any of this seagrass. So we are going to have to go a bit further in, either anchor in here or here. I don't know how people sail without having these apps. They are absolutely amazing. Make things so much easier. So Karen's at the helm. We're looking to probably go where these boats are, somewhere around here. I think I'm going to be over here. If we can, we'll have a look at that first and see if we can get in, and we'll let you know.
So we couldn't anchor in Point de Trio because there was too much seagrass, which is protected here. So we were in this lovely bay instead, which is called Golfe de Sarong, or Sarang, something like that. It's very lovely. And we've got one of these, I'm not really sure what they are, like signal towers or something. I'll find out.
So we're stuck in this little bay, and the wind doesn't really pick up till about, what, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. So I think it's boat toys time. That's not a bad present for your birthday, is it really? So we've just blown it up. This is its first trip. It's been in the bag for at least 5 years. And it floats, so that's one good thing. Couldn't get much closer. Holy smokes! Pat, how lucky were we to catch that?
Are they the ones that pick water up?
Yeah.
They keep coming round, aren't they?
Yeah. I tell you what, they couldn't get much closer to us than what they are doing. A bit intimidating. I wouldn't go yet, Karen, if I were you. Go again. Hopefully that's the last one. Now where were we? Oh yeah.
Checking I can come up or upwind before I go too far downwind. Yes!
Uh-oh, sounds like they're coming back again. Stay close to the shore. You might get scooped up. Yeah. So we're off. We're on our way to Ajaccio. Karen's made the soup.
Eating out of the crew cup.
Eating out of the crew cup.
But it's not a crew cup, it's a Karen cup.
It's a Karen cup, there's my crew cup, Captain Cup. Luke's on the crew cup. And we've got a bit of a race on already. So we started this morning and this monohull is sort of about half an hour before us. But he must be going, oh, it's not a monohull, is it? I don't know what it is. Yeah, it must be a monohull, it's got a lean on. We're catching him quite quickly. So I think we'll go upwind of him, give him a bit of space.
We're just heading up round to Ajaccio, and we've got these islands to, well, rocks to manoeuvre through. We're definitely going through this gap, the one with the tower to the left of it. Just in the process of thinking about what to do with this sailboat. We're under engine, so the sailboat has right of way. So Neil's going to just turn to his stern, hit the back of his boat, so that he knows that we've made that manoeuvre, and then let him go in front of us. The tower, I've researched, they are called the Genoese Towers. They were built between 1530 and 1620, hundreds of them, to protect the island from Barbary pirates. Very interesting.
Okay, we're sailing into Ajaccio. Looks like we've still got a fair distance to go.
Crates. This is how we'll get the shopping back to the little boat, right? And then the other way back. The lingerie on the way to the supermarket. The last two. So this is how you do shopping without a car. How's it going, Neil? And Ryder is full up of shopping.
It's taking a lot of concentration to get that bowling right.
So we just had the Corsica border police on board. Luckily, Neil had all of his paperwork up to scratch and there was no problem. So that was good. What did you think of that first experience, Neil, with police on board?
It was intimidating, but you know, we had everything in place, so
they were very pleasant, weren't they?
Very pleasant, very nice guys.
Asking lots of questions.
Lots of advice. So we're just leaving the capital, Ajaccio, now, and this monohull right next to us has just dismasted right in front of us. Unbelievable. I presume he's got his engine so he can get back, but that has just snapped clean in the middle of the mast. Horrific. Looks like they're okay. Yes! Okay, that was a very interesting situation we just had there. We were just leaving Ajaccio and the monohull, which was no more than a couple hundred metres from us, sailing on the same course, mast snapped literally in the middle. I got a little bit of footage of the mast hanging over, but I obviously missed the situation when it arose. There was plenty of boats around it. In fact, a wingfoiler was the first one on the scene, and with it being so close to the port, we decided it wasn't our place to sort of get involved with however many boats were already at the scene helping them out. So it is now 2 o'clock, we've been sailing for about half an hour. We're trying to get around this headland and make some way down the south coast, and we'll see where we get to. We have the port side dagger board down, we have the wind on the starboard side, we've got two wind speed of 13 knots, extremely long at about nearly 8 knots with reef in the main and furled to the horse's ears,
So we left Ajaccio at lunchtime today and we've sailed to this bay called Campo. Nice big bay, lots of anchorage space, and it's still a really lovely evening, so we got the kayak out and Luke is currently just out there on the kayak. So this is our evening entertainment after tea. I don't know if you can see.
So we're about ready to start our early morning departure. Well, I say early morning, it's 8 o'clock. And we're leaving this bay, which is very nice. Very quiet in the morning. I put the Jenica up ready. We're expecting downwind sailing after about 11-12 o'clock today. That's ready to go. Karen's just tidying the ropes on that side. We're doing a bit of construction work on the roads over there. Started early. So we'll pick the anchor up and start making tracks. A few rocks to avoid there on the way out. That shouldn't be any problem.
So we've just set off from Campo and we noticed that the sail was sticking a little bit when we were taking it up each time recently, and decided that it was because the main halyard was quite salty and sticky and dirty basically. So this is Neil's job today. He's not grape crushing, he is halyard washing. Enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Hopefully it will sort out the problem. So we've just arrived at the first Italian island, just off the top of Sardinia, north of Sardinia, and on our app it looked like this would be a good place to anchor tonight. However, looks a little bit crowded.
Okay, so it's Thursday, day before the video is released. I know you all can't wait for this episode to go out.
Is it improving?
Yeah, I don't know if it's improving or not. So we're approaching, how to say it?
Olbia
in
Sardinia.
Sardinia, yeah. So we have got roughly 28 miles to go. We're sailing downwind. We've got the Genoa out, full main, and we're doing 5 knots. With apparent wind speed of 6 and true wind of 10. So that's not bad. Steady progress. We're going to be going down the coastline, looking at some of the islands as we go. Should be quite interesting. And then we'll hopefully moor up at the town quay in Olbia tonight. And assuming we can still do that, I haven't followed the guidebooks. And then we've got Beth, Adam and little Oscar joining us over the weekend, which should be really good. So you'll see that next week's episode.
Yeah, starring roll off the baby.
Starting roll for the baby, exactly. But apart from that, we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.